If you've been paying attention to the intersection of crypto and artificial intelligence, you've probably heard of Bittensor. It's the decentralized AI network that everyone in the crypto space is talking about. But within Bittensor, there's a quiet revolution happening on Subnet 64. It is a project called Chutes. Chutes is promising to be the decentralized Web3 alternative to AWS and OpenAI's API. They claim to be 85% cheaper than traditional cloud computing, and they've already processed over 9 trillion AI tokens. It sounds like the ultimate product market fit for decentralized AI. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is Chutes? Built by Rayon Labs, Chutes operates on Bittensor as Subnet 64. In simple terms, it is a decentralized, serverless AI compute platform. If you are a developer and you want to build an AI app using an open source model, you normally have to rent expensive GPUs from AWS or use a centralized API provider. With Chutes, you don't have to manage any infrastructure. You just bring your code, use their API, and the Bittensor network finds the GPUs, runs the computation, and returns the result. It's serverless AI inference on demand. And they've built some serious technology. They recently launched a model router that acts like a load balancer for AI models. If one AI model is overloaded, it automatically routes your request to another one, ensuring zero downtime. They also heavily emphasize security for enterprise users. Chutes uses trusted execution environments, leveraging Intel TDX and NVIDIA confidential computing. This means the data is hardware isolated. Even the person owning the GPU cannot see your prompts or data. The adoption has been staggering. They've processed over 8 trillion tokens and have hundreds of thousands of users. On paper, Chutes is the poster child for decentralized AI actually working in the real world. So how do you invest in it? Bittensor upgraded to a system called Dynamic Tau. Under this new system, every subnet gets its own token, known as an alpha token. For Chutes, that token is Subnet 64. When you stake your Tau into Subnet 64, you are essentially swapping it for the Subnet 64 alpha token. The price of this alpha token is determined by the market. If more people stake Tau into Chutes, the price of Subnet 64 goes up and the subnet receives a larger share of the daily Tau emissions. This is where the investment thesis gets really interesting. Chutes has engineered a massive economic flywheel. Rayon Labs takes the revenue generated from developers paying for API usage on the platform, and they automatically use it to buy back and stake into the Subnet 64 alpha token. This creates constant organic buying pressure. Better product leads to more users, which leads to more revenue, which leads to more auto-staking, driving the alpha token price up. Because of this, Chutes became the first subnet to cross a $100 million market cap shortly after Dynamic Tau launched. But to make an informed decision, we also need to look at the challenges. The main concern revolves around how the network is currently funded, something often called the subsidy challenge. Remember how Chutes is 85% cheaper than AWS? That low price is largely made possible because the network is heavily subsidized by Tau emissions. Right now, Chutes captures about 14.4% of all Tau emissions. That equates to roughly $52 million a year in subsidies paid out to miners and validators. However, the actual external revenue generated by developers paying to use Chutes is estimated to be around $1.3 to $2.4 million a year. This means the Bittensor network is providing a significant subsidy to keep prices low and attract users. Analysts note that without this Tau subsidy, the cost of using Chutes would be closer to the same cost as the centralized providers. The long-term question is what happens when the next Bittensor halving occurs, or if Tau emissions drop. Chutes will eventually need to transition from a subsidized model to a fully self-sustaining one, either by increasing prices or significantly growing its user base. So, what's the verdict? Is Chutes a good investment? If you are bullish on Bittensor, Chutes is arguably one of the strongest fundamental plays in the ecosystem. They have real users, real throughput, top-tier security tech, and a team that executes flawlessly. In the short to medium term, the auto-staking flywheel provide a very strong tailwind for Subnet 64. The platform is growing rapidly and capturing real market share. Long-term investors just need to monitor how the platform handles the eventual reduction in subsidies. The goal for Chutes is to build enough of an enterprise ecosystem and brand loyalty before those subsidies decrease. If you view Subnet 64 like a high-growth tech startup that is currently using capital to aggressively acquire users and build a moat, the strategy makes a lot of sense. What do you guys think? Is decentralized AI the future, and can Chutes lead the way? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into crypto and AI. See you in the next one.